Okay. Alright. Good lord. My god. And there we go. Hello, everybody. Hopefully mic level's doing well. Hello. How is everybody in internet land? Cryptid! Don't worry, Cryptid. I've let myself down. Since I was doing last minute things literally until about 30 seconds ago. So, yes, I make plans. And then the plans stop. Okay. The plans get destroyed by our evil overlords. Anyway, whew. All right, yeah. Let us take a moment and breathe so that we can actually get words done and pretend like we can live in our creative, happy places and we don't have to deal with this crap. I'm still at work. Oh, no, are we both at work? I think we might be, Cryptid. I think I was supposed to have everything done earlier. Ghostly! Hey, welcome in, Ghostly. Welcome in. I'm shocked to see you here, Ghostly. I figured you'd be running abouts with your wild schedule. Moon Runes! Oh, yay! Hey, Moon Runes, I'm glad. I feel like I haven't seen everyone forever. It's been a long time. I mean, to be fair, I also, didn't stream for a month almost. Things got kind of crazy in January and February, so it's we've made it. Everybody, we've made it back. We're all back. We've made it. we're alive. Ugh. Anyway. But great to see you, Moon Runes. Glad to see you. Ghostly, always great to see you back. We missed you, Moon Runes. Missed everybody. Weather has blessed me with staying indoors. Good. Okay, good. Give you a little bit of a breather, hopefully. Woo, 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 woo. I'll take your snow, Ghostly, if you take this cursed ice. I know, you're dealing with ice, Cryptid. Everyone's dealing with weather. It is delightful here. Right after the rain, so I'm soaking that up as much as I can. You've got bad ice as well, yeah. I mean, you're up in that Midwest, Moon Runes. You've got the crazy ice. If I remember time I've spent in Michigan and Wisconsin, it's on a whole other. The Midwestern ice flow and all that is just a whole other. It's a different type of cold up there. It's a very different type of cold. But I will disclaim, the void might call me, so I might run away at the drop of a hat. Of course, Ghostly, feel free, obviously. We all have life that we've got to deal with. It's a big slip and slide outside. Do not slip and fall. Be very careful on that ice. Do not mess around with that ice. I have to give this speech to my mother every time, because in Wyoming, you always get crazy ice, and she's, she's an old woman living up in the mountains by herself, and it has fallen many times, and I'm constantly stop. Stop running around. Be careful, please. For the love of God, be careful. But yeah, be careful on that ice, because you can mess yourself up real bad on it. I hate it. My sidewalk is a skating rink. Exactly. Yeah, Cryptid. Exactly. Same. The void is Ghostly. Oh, is the dalliance. Ah, well, yes. By all means, do not. Yeah, definitely. If that presents itself, Ghostly, off you go. Yeah, I had to put some effort into getting my car door open at 5 a.m. This morning. Was 8 degrees. Yeah, exactly. This is a nightmare, Moon Runes. It's terrible. It's awful. It's awful. As much as it can be pretty up there, it's the only reason why I don't ever go back to visit family in the Midwest in the winter, because it's so awful. It's so awful up there. Ugh. It really is a different type of cold. It's a good void. Okay, we like this void. The void has given Ghostly his jacket on 2 occasions. Okay, good. Okay, good. A proper void. Then. The cutest of voids, right, Ghostly? You have 0 complaints? That's good. This all sounds good. When nesting partner left the lab, it was -2. Yeah, Yep. I mean, I've dealt with that. I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm just more comfortable in mountain cold. But like even when it's -0, like it's in the -2s, -5s, it's cold. Like you got to be careful so you don't get frostbite. But like I don't mountain cold does not hit me the way that particularly East Coast cold and Midwestern cold hits me. When I was in upstate New York, at my friend's house, that I've never experienced a cold like that. Like that was brutal. That was I and that's just out in the woods, It's not even at elevation. You're not even like up in the mountains. It's like wood, it's mountainy, but it's not high mountains. And that cold hurt. So and I feel like you get that off the Great Lakes too. Yeah, it's coastal. Yeah, it's like you get that same kind of cold off the Great Lakes. They come down and it just hits like all of Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio, all those places just get that kind of cold. So definitely be careful out there, everybody. Be careful in the cold lands. It was at -8. I contemplating calling into work. I would have. If it's that cold, I'd be like, I'm not coming in. There's no way. When I was in school, even when I was in school, they would cancel college classes when it was that cold. When it got like real bad, they would just completely they would just send out emails, usually by the professors, and just say don't come in. Even if the university didn't cancel classes, our professors almost universally did. Do it, Moon Runes. Yeah, I was like, absolutely call out. How is the capitalist pig doing? I'm doing all right. We're hanging in there. We're surviving. We're surviving. Originally I was gonna work on this script like for a few hours this morning just to kind of get back into the swing of things, and then I ended up getting pulled away to literally do capitalist, corporate nonsense that sucked my life until literally like 5 minutes ago. So now I'm gonna try to resettle because I need to get this script outlined and moved to pages this week. Like it's got to happen this week. So work needs to be done. It's school vacation week here. Otherwise they might be. Gotcha. Yep. It killed my battery. Yeah, I've had cold and heat in Arizona. That we used to have the opposite problem in Arizona. The heat would just destroy batteries. So like, I mean, sometimes you just walk out and your car wouldn't work, and it'd be like, yeah, the heat destroyed your battery. Same thing with cold. Got to watch out for the cold. The cold on batteries. Unsuck your life a bit for the words. Yeah, exactly. If it helps battery last about 7 years, it should keep a while, hopefully. You look much better than you have been. Not to say you've been looking terrible. You certainly look less dead. Yeah, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping now. So that's a big thing. Sleeping is good. But yes, when I was streaming at the end of January, I was not sleeping. And that's kind of why we stopped streaming a bit, because I had to go figure out why I was having the insomnia and feeling like I was gonna drop dead, because I was having mild health concerns due to not sleeping for 2 weeks. And it was starting to actually freak me out. Retrieve the piece of your soul from the hungry maw of capitalism. Yeah, right, yeah. I agree, Ghostly, same thing. Said same thing myself. Sleep looks good on him. It's true. Sleep, I feel better. I definitely don't feel like I'm at risk of literally dying, because I was pretty convinced I was about to die. So, brother, what? When you don't sleep, you in fact feel like you'll drop dead. Yeah, I mean, your body starts to do all kinds of crazy things. Because at the worst of it, I think I was sleeping on average. I was clocking it. I think I was sleeping about an hour and a half to maximum 3 hours every night. But most nights I was only getting about an hour and a half of sleep. I essentially took things that would like hopefully knock me out, and I'd pass out for about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and then I'd be awake for most of the rest of the night. And that you do that long enough, and it frankly it fucks you up really bad. So I've never experienced a bout of insomnia like that where I just couldn't sleep. So I had to go make sure I wasn't dying, and then they gave me medication to to that literally just knocked my ass out for like 4 days straight. And now I'm actually getting back into a sleep cycle, so I can actually sleep at night. So it's very nice. It's very good. Trisha has been there a few times. It's not great. She had to get stuff figured out too, and has been better for it. Yeah, it's good. She would message me from work swearing she was going to die. Go home, sleep fine again. I'd have to convince her everything she'd feel better when she slept. Yeah, I get that. A sleep cycle? What are those? Exactly. Please excuse me if I talked in the curse lingo of my peers. I've been courting one of them, and I am learning many new words. Are you're learning Marine speak? Yeah, I get that. I get that, Ghostly. It's some, you pick words up along the way. I feel that. Jay and I barely slept 3-4 hours nightly. Yep, I started taking melatonin every night now. It's the only way of it. Yeah. So that was the thing that freaked me out, is I started taking melatonin. I started doing a bunch of like sleep ritual things, and I literally could not. I could not. It just didn't work. It didn't work. I had to. I literally. It was one of those weird moments where you had to get. I had to go to the doctor to finally, after 18 years of my life, sent me to the doctor, and they gave me. They were like, well, we'll figure out what's going on, but take this in the meantime, and it just knocked me out, man. What they gave me like knocked me out. Dark, dreamless sleep for like 3 days straight. She is adorable. Thank you so much, Ghost. I'm glad I feel better too. I can actually like get work done again and hang out with y'all, and we can all tackle the words together. So I'm feeling a lot better about that. Melatonin does fuck all for me. Yeah, it helps Trisha, but I just shrug it off. Yeah. I think for some people it hits harder than others. Yeah. I'm glad. It's good that's like, sometimes it depends. Like it depends like where you are. I don't usually have a problem falling asleep. I have a hard time staying asleep. I'm one of those like nocturnal, I wake up in the middle of the night people. So I think that's why melatonin didn't help as much as I had hoped. But I still take it every night. Post all that. I pretty much do everything I can to try to knock myself out, just to make sure I don't get back in the cycle of not sleeping. 18 years, Twilight, yeah. I didn't have health insurance since I lost health. I had lost my health insurance. I could go to a campus doctor when I was in college, but I lost health insurance when I was 19, and I got health insurance for the first time this February. Yeah, so yes, that is why I did not go see a doctor for a very long time. Because the doctors are expensive. My cats got to go to the doctor, but I didn't go to the doctor. I'm learning the Gen Z words. I don't really get it, but I'm getting there. Hey, that's good. Go see. I have a journal that I do for the kids when I do D&D for the the kids I do, like I run D&D for. I try to write down everything, like words I don't understand that I hear them say. I'm trying to like keep a diary of just the weird lingo. It's useful. It's useful for writing, particularly if you want to capture naturalistic dialogue of a particular time or place. It's really useful. Melatonin used to make me feel hungover, but for some reason this worked. Oh, that's good, Moonroots. I do know the hungover feeling. I do know that, because I've had it where I've had to take melatonin, then get up and do something, and it does make me feel like very groggy and weird. Ghostly has learned the Riz. If I didn't take it, I'd get like 3 hours of sleep since I get up at 4. Yeah, God, that's so early, Moonrunes. That's so ungodly early. You get up at like the time. That's like monks. Like monks get up at that time. That's what time monks get up to like meditate. It's like you're living in a strange world. Cat owner life, yeah, 100%. I'm trying to figure out how to make my text not sound like an email from your boss. I still haven't cracked that yet. I mean, or just embrace it and be the kind of person that sends long texts. There's no shame in that. There is no shame in that. It's not by choice. Oh no, work is an hour away. That's rough. That is rough. Hey, there we go. Look at. All right, Tort's up and running. All right. Tort is going to be in and out working, it looks like, so. There's a lot of updates that are happening on that Opera Soria is having to take care of on the back end to make sure that Tort works, and doesn't become destroyed by a bunch of weird infrastructure things that are happening with Google. So, so Opera Soria is hard at work trying to make Tort work work now. Um, there we go. There we go. It's working. It's partially working. It's still very funny that it only partially, like, it does take certain things stick, and then some things just go out the window. I do when speaking to a dalliance. Well, there's no shame in that. Also, I'm hoping to start getting back into words. I've been stuck in self-sabotaging perfectionist spiral and I haven't written in weeks. We all go there, Moon Runes. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. We've all done it. I mean, I didn't get any writing done during that whole, like, almost for a month and a half. So, it's, you'll like slowly get back into the habit of it. The word, given the way that you write Moon Runes, like, the words will flow. They will come back. You are definitely one of the most prolific writers of the bunch. So I have the utmost faith it's going to come back quickly. But we all, life happens. Don't beat yourself up because life happens. And because we all get the, like, perfectionist mode where we start, you're either going to cycle back and edit the same thing over and over and over again, or be unable to write because it's got to be somehow perfect the moment it spills out of you. And that's generally, I don't know, we do crazy things to ourselves. I don't know why we do it, but we really do. Like, put on absolutely obscene expectations on ourselves in, like, what is a vulnerable and very intense creative endeavor and a very intense emotional endeavor, and we, like, somehow expect that we're gonna make it perfect or nail it or not, stumble along the way, which it all is stumbling. It's stumbling into an imperfect perfection. That's, like, literally what all of it is. So, but yeah, it's just the way the brain works. The way it works. Oh no, it'll be, yeah, you'll get back. It'll help. So, yeah, I should be back to sprinting soon now that the housemates are settled. Yeah, exactly. There are upheavals that take our attention and time. Take heart, Ghostly has seriously considered killing the streak. We all have ebbs and flows. Yeah, we do. We really do. Thank you guys, so much better. Just get excited. I'm just trying to get excited again. I've been needing body double almost constantly. Yeah, I mean, there was a period where I spent a lot of time, like, actively trying to cultivate the joy of creating, like, literally just sitting there trying to meditate on the feeling of joy that I used to get from writing to try to slowly over weeks recapture that feeling. Like, and like, I'm talking, like, spend like 30-40 minutes a day just focusing on that feeling, because sometimes it's like depression, anxiety, whatever it might be, it just completely takes it sucks the wind, sucks the joy and the life right out of you. It happens a lot. So that's okay. It's a process. You just remembering that it's a process, and that giving it its time and the time that it takes for you is probably the best thing you can do. Because the moment you start really trying to force things or, like, put expectations on yourself, you just start spiraling, man. And if you treat it more, but it's hard. It's hard. You just drown in it. You drown in your own self expectation. So it's real. It's real. It is real shit. It is real shit. Why that is this a self-realization moment for you? It's everything. Life is a constant moment of self-realization, or if we want to be very coy with it, it's a constant realization that there is no self. That is we're just a bundle of nerves and anxieties trying to figure out what the hell is going on and expressing that anxiety, and that's why we make art. Or maybe you make art to for the vibes. It's all what it is. Definitely want to join your sprints. Oh yeah. Cryptid definitely. Cryptid in the Cryptid and Ghostly Clubhouse. I highly recommend that. All right. Well, Ghostly has been summoned. Go have fun, Ghostly. Go have fun. Bye, all. So much love. Of course. Have a delightful eve. Enjoy the dalliance. Mm-hmm. To be young. To be young. Oh, boy. What dreams? All right. Well, we're about almost 30 minutes in. Get those words, you beautiful people. We shall get those words. All right, we're gonna run ads. Spurned by Ghostly's departure, we're gonna run ads, and then we're gonna dive into a sprint. So let's get to it. I will get something. Yeah, you can get what you can. All right, we're gonna run ads. Go get tea, everybody. Stretch, do what you gotta do, and then let's go get some words. How many? At least 3. I don't think we'll be able to go 4 tonight because I think I'm gonna have to run off and actually take care of more work stuff if my email is any indicator. But at the very least, we're doing 3. So there will be 3. There will be 3. I'm going to finish a book I started this morning, so writing is a hard maybe. Yay, man! Don't. If you spend the whole sprint just staring at the wall, you're still doing the work. It's the time you spend at the desk, not necessarily what comes out of it every day that matters. That's the vocation. We gotta get off. We gotta break this productivity cycle, man. The world, that's internalized. What do you call it? Internalized capitalism. It's absolute need to be constantly productive and maximize all time. Opressor, yeah. Tort pop back in. Hey, the patio skunk, welcome in. Cheers. I've read 9 books in the last 3 weeks since it's the only thing my brain has been letting me do. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hey, look at that. The loose A and the quotes are working, so that's good. That is great. Look at that. That's good. I've been reading a lot more too as well, Moon Runes. I think that's kind of really helped get things back in. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Perfect. Good to hear. Tort is a rollin'. Internalized capitalism, that's gonna fuck me up, Twilight. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, that's what it is. It's literally why we get onto, like, we, at the sacrifice our own well-being, get into these weird, like, productivity loops where we, kill ourselves trying to maximize and monetize every single thing we fucking do, as if something can't be done for joy. It's actually why I resisted DMing for money for so long. I had a, I only do it rarely, but I really have a problem making hobbies a monetized affair. I really philosophically resent and despise that work, I guess, hustle culture. I think we should be allowed to have hobbies and have a quality of life where we don't have to monetize every single thing we do. It's very destructive. It's destructive to the soul. Yay! All right, looks like Tort is a workin'. Why must you call me out this way? It's not calling out. We all do it. We all are informed psychologically and materially by the society we live in, and we live in a hyper commodified capitalist society that puts a large amount of pressure on people to be able to perform and to produce, and your value is dictated in this way. So that's why we it's only, it's just like body image standards, when people talk about beauty standards and we do the same thing, same psychological process. It's society imposing its assumed will upon us. I feel like I need to lie down on the floor now, but I can't because I have Tusk in my lap, and I like to be here. Yeah, exactly. Got it. Yay! Compared to the last 2 months or so, maybe a little better, but so very weak. Yes, I know. Opressor is having a rough go of things. And we all need Opressoria to start feeling better, and the world needs to help Opressoria feel better. So, these bastards. But still trying to keep the back end from falling apart more so than it already has. You're doing fine. Tort is working. Tort is working. Tort, even when Tort isn't working, it still kind of works. So it's doing fine. I take it by you're too awake now. I've woken up. I've woken up. I have ascended. All right. I'm gonna stop babbling. Yeah, big hugs for Opera Soria. Opera Soria is still keeping all the treats and the trinkets of stream going, even though the world and health is treating Opera Soria like absolute trash. So definitely send all that love to Opera Soria. All right. Let's run ads. All right, we're gonna run ads and then we're gonna get to words, since we want to get at least a few writing sprints done and try to at least make some progress today. So, all right, gonna run ads, get tea, do your thing, and then we'll meet back in 3 minutes to start the sprints. There we go. Okay, there we go. You're perfectly here. I'm glad things are looking up for you. If only a tad. You're a saint, a wonder. Yes. Opera Soria is a saint and a wonder. All right. How are we doing? All right. Give me tea. All right. I'm going to go make sure that tea and everything is working. Actually, wait a minute. What I was going to do. What is this? Okay, do we have this? Okay. Actually, I was going to do this. See if this works. Okay. 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 Let's see here. How do I do this? It's fine. Someday my body will be reminded that I am the one in charge and not it. Goddamn right. Goddamn right, Opera Soria. That the body needs to listen. Body needs to listen to you. Let's see. No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Oh, it's like request new software. There, let me see if this actually works. Very curious if this works. Oh, these are all new quotes. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, let's see here. I've got a list of quotes. Let me see, and then I will bug you, Opera Soria, to see if any... Did it not actually... Oh, weird. It's all like in white. How do I change that? My God! Hey, the kids are asleep. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just figuring something out before we start our first sprint. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. So, for Opera Soria, I just attempted to do the first thing through that kiosk thing. So let me know if that. I'll text you too if that doesn't work. It's not, and my body never listens to me. But I like to be combative sometimes. I don't know. Your body will yield. It will eventually listen. Uh, oh yeah, I need to actually update that in a portal. It's very IT generic. Yeah, I just sent you a software request, but it's just to add quotes. So I don't know. Let me know if that works, Opera Soria. It's very funny. How are you doing? The kids are asleep. Are we okay? Ads are over. Okay, all right. I guess we can probably just dive into our sprints. Um, it's not my body never listens to combative sometimes. Yeah, that's how it goes. All right. Okay. Ads are over. Are we good? How's everybody feeling? Good for words. All right. We're gonna switch over to my playlist. So I apologize. Patty a skunk. Exactly. It worked. Okay, cool. I have my app of it. Yay! You received the alert. Today is a low sleep day, so I'm a flat soda. Hey, I just got over the giant batch of insomnia that completely waylaid my life and ruined, almost pretty much took a month of my life away. So I feel you. I feel you. Definitely take it easy then. I know you tend to have a lot of deadlines, but hopefully those deadlines are at least somewhat forgiving enough to at least allow you to get some sleep, or at least like not go too hard. I've had two café con leches, but it is not enough. There is a point where even caffeine fails. It will just end. This was to take my mom to the airport, so oh god, oh no, oh that's brutal. Okay, okay, yeah. Oh, and doing an airport trip, doing an airport drive, and having to deal with that level of traffic and usually chaos on no sleep and the kind of sleep where caffeine's not helping you, that is not a pleasant experience. Yeah, airport drive on 3 hours, baby. Ugh, I am so sorry. To Atlanta, or ATL. I'm assuming that's Atlanta, right? Atlanta, I think that's Atlanta. That's awful. The kids are. It's not LAX. Okay, okay. I've only flown into Atlanta once, so I don't know. Can't be like, mom, how about? Yeah, it's like, mom, how about an Uber? There's. I'm pretty sure my mother would be so pissed off at me if I did that to her. Knowing my mother, she'd be like, "You want me to get into a stranger's car?" My mom doesn't really even know what Uber is, so I think she would be like, "What is that?" That's a fake slogan. At least it's not LAX. That's fair, because LAX is literally the worst. Goddamn it! I mean, it's so bad that even when you're super poor, it's okay. You just spend the extra $200 to try to fly out of Burbank. That's just how bad it is. You will count pennies to not have to go to LAX. Yeah, she was visiting, so yeah. You don't want to do that to your mom when they're visiting. I get that. Atlanta Airport is just its own whole ass city, but yeah, LAX just sucks. LAX is really bad, man. I hate it, and particularly if you do have to Uber out, and I have to do it with gear all the time. Like, you can't get picked up at the airport unless you spend an obscene amount of money for like their limo taxi service. So you have to walk all the way to this whole pickup thing with gear. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. I despise it. If I'm traveling for work with gear at this point, I almost request I will do connecting flights out of Burbank at this point. Like, I will do the not 2.5 hour direct, 5-6 hour connecting just to fly out of Burbank, because with gear, it sucks. It is the worst. Unless the companies would actually comp me the cost for, like, the limo Uber, but they'll never do that. They'll ask me why the hell I'm getting the fancy Uber. And I'm like, because it picks me up at LAX and I have to walk, 45 minutes to a pickup zone. My friend in Riverside hates flying, having to fly out of LAX. He tries to go out of Ontario. Yeah, I mean, everybody does that. Yeah, yeah. If you're in Riverside, if you're out in the Inland Empire, I know a lot of people who fly out of Ontario. Yeah. Had to run to make Trisha coffee, and I came back to Grump while well, we were talking about Grump, me having to haul gear out of to and from LAX, and why it's the literal worst part of the whole trip. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop babbling. We got words to get done. I'm gonna be rolling on my playlist. So obviously, if the music and the mood and the vibes aren't working for you, mute. Do what you got to do. But yeah, let's get to the words. Let's actually try to get some stuff done. All right, happy writing, everybody. We will catch you on the other side, and away we go. If it'll start. There we go. Alrighty, everybody, and that is the end of our first sprint. Let me start the down timer. There we go. Ba-bam. Ugh. Ugh. Hopefully, words were had. At least some degree of words were had. Hopefully, or rest, or whatever folks need. Sounds like it's a pretty chaotic week for a lot of people out there. Words happened. I said, yeah, not many, but some happened. Many adult flashy katana. Yeah, I was like, even though I definitely would, if I ever owned a katana, I would do it. I would try to out dweeb all the nerds who have katanas, though. So like, I can't talk too much shade. It'd be like, I would absolutely be that person. It'd be like, I have to go and get like a traditionally made katana and like spend an obscene amount of money on some weird like old blacksmith to make it, just so I can out nerd all the people that all the little like all those kids that buy the sort of knockoff katanas at like the mall. Yeah, that's how I win. This is all tactics. It's all just my ability to. This is how I've managed to live in both worlds. Is I'm actually the biggest dweeb. I do remember the lightsaber fight, Opera Soria. I will always remember the lightsaber fight. I ate another burrito and started page. I mean, burrito sounds delicious. I did skip lunch again today, but all this talk about burrito is definitely making me be like, I think I might go make a burrito when I'm done streaming, because a burrito does sound very good. May close out of work and open fan book. Hell yeah, Cryptid. Hell yeah. We're chosen one competition, but it's actually all the red shirts. Exactly, Sleep. Oh, that's so good. It's all the red shirts from Star Trek that they're trying to get rid of. That's the big twist. The big twist of any dystopian future thing is everyone there is just like, they're just phasing red shirts down onto a planet to like battle royale. And none of it actually is like the Japanese battle royale. None of them are designed to survive. Or if they do survive, they just become like a political tool for an authoritarian, hyper-militaristic state. But yes, I do. Oh, wait, that's true. Yeah, that's Mystery Men and Suicide Squad. It's kind of the same thing. He's been a biggest dweeb the whole time. Exactly. That's the magic trick. I had a small bag of goldfish. That's all. I have goldfish in the kitchen. I might sneak away during an ad break and go munch on goldfish. I had a lightsaber fight on the battlements of the Castillo in the middle of the night once. Good times, yeah. No, Opera Soria got a lightsaber, and then I tried to teach Opera Soria how to sword fight. And then we actually did sword fight in the parking lot. There's two grown adults lightsaber fighting in a parking lot in East Los Angeles. Those were good times. If they win, they get to be the Amalus kid. There you go. This is gonna start the. Not for my legs. I know. I did feel bad for your legs. Yeah. Well, if you keep that up, Yui is gonna appear and tell you, please eat something. I know. It's because I work. It's because there's no time to eat when you have to be constantly like doing work for the man, the corporate man who barely pays my bills as it is. I feel like we've just created the next generation of YA fiction. Like, it's hyper ironic YA fiction. So everybody is, because everything's, isn't that the thing? Everything's got to be super ironic and like like a lack, like, or is sincerity cool, or is it insincere ironic sarcasm? Because I feel like if sarcasm's in, that could actually work as the new generation of YA fiction. That kind of like a deeply nihilistic but funny and blasé sort of like, oh, you think you're the one, but you're not the one, and no one's the one, and then you just poke fun at it all. I was like, that might work. I don't know. I don't know. It depends what are the kids reading these days? What do the kids read? Corporate man will wait 15 minutes. Sometimes they do. I think the bar moves too much for me to keep track. It does move quite a bit. I do. Hi, princess. I do try to keep track of it when I'm running the D&D game for the kids. Opera Soya, they can read. I'm told. The kids who I run D&D for, I mean, one of them has read the entire monster manual and has like a photographic memory of it. It's they read a lot. They may not read fiction, but they read a lot. If sarcasm is ever out, I'm screwed. That's it for me. Yeah, yeah. That depends on what state the kid is living in. Fourth Wing, baby. Is that the name of a book? The book series? Is this the sarcastic? That is not for kids. What is Fourth Wing? Is that why? What is it? I don't know. It looks cool. I like the cover. It's a recent book, too. Man, I gotta say, how you keep up with the books the kids are asleep is incredible. I get, like, all the most... I feel like I'm so hip, and so... Oh, it's not YA. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Fourth Wing is a smutty romantasy made popular on TikToks. Okay, gotcha. You are... The kids are asleep is, like, my... You're my window into that world, because every time I get book recs from you, I always feel very hip because they're mostly very recent. So I'm all like, I'm reading the newest, coolest thing. And so far have all been fantastic book recommendations, I must add. Iron Widow being, like, I'm definitely reading that series now. Like, East Asian themed mechs is my jam. And I was like, that's badass. So anyway, just saying. It's incredibly bad. Gotcha. Okay. I do a lot of market research for my own writing. You clearly do. The kids are asleep. You definitely make me feel very cool and very hip. As someone who is completely unfamiliar with like the book TikTok and like I guess book culture. There is a YouTube person who reads science fiction, and I do watch his videos because he's got some pretty good recommendations from like old science fiction, or like particularly like he reads a lot of like the just random trade backs that most people would overlook, and kind of lets you know which ones are good. And I like his recommendations because I've found a lot of really good books through him. So let's see. Iron Widow is superb. Read that now. Yeah. No, Iron Widow is fantastic. I read Iron Widow. I read too slow to be modern. Still reading things from the 1800s. So I do that too. Always. I mean, I read a lot of classic fiction too, but I am trying to read, especially as I try to read a little bit more fantasy now that I'm trying to write like a novel, like a fantasy novella. It's like I'm trying to kind of soak up the zeitgeist, as they might say. I do not want to write like me trying to write Melville or Faulkner while trying to write like a modern fantasy story. It's not gonna go over well. It's just like nothing happens in your fantasy story. It's just a woman's building a coffin and like watching, or a woman's just looking out the window watching her coffin be built. It's weird. Anyway, I had a strong feeling you would like that based off your preferences. Yeah, I bounced off the show Iron Widow is riffing on, but yeah. Wait, what's the show that Iron Widow is riffing on? They're ripping on they're riffing on a show? Oh, I didn't realize that. The sequel was the sequel to Iron Widow should be out this spring, I believe. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was already out. Time is fake. I don't know. Yeah. No, right now I'm. Oh. That show is terrible. That show is terrible. that is. That is. I remember. Oh man. That you get. If everyone was coming here for a Twilight anime tirade, I started watching that show because I was like, all right, we're doing some weird hypersexual, weird like mech robot thing. Are we gonna lean into the? We're gonna lean into like the Ava side of it. We're gonna do some Evangelion stuff. We're gonna do some Foodie Cootie stuff because that's what I was. It was like co-produced by Trigger. That's what I was buying into. I was like, all right, here we go. And once it became about eugenics, I was like, what the fuck is even happening right now? Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, no, I bounced off that show real hard, really hard. Yes, I have also ranted on this. Yeah, exactly. Kids are asleep. Definitely, definitely had a problem with that. I did. I mean, Iron Widows seem to be like actually like laying a critique into that though. Obviously, I don't know where they're going with it, but the when I read the first novel, it was like that was the problem. Um, Exactly. Me too. The kids are asleep. I 100% was. I watched. I think I made it almost to like 18 episodes in that show before I was finally like, there is no turn that is going to make the what this show has done work as a satire or as anything. Yeah. Uh, no. The show is not a critique. No, the show is not a critique at all. It is from what I've heard about the way that the finale, it just becomes a love story with the two main characters learning to love each other, and they just completely dismiss all the weird hypersexual need to have babies, pure babies, all that stuff completely. They just leave it, don't address it at all. It is not a critique. I think anyone who's arguing as a critique is delusional. It's that the show just and also kind of was clearly leaning into. I would not be surprised if the NHK was like 100% being like, can you make an anime about making babies? Because we got a problem on our hands and we need to like really start propagandizing like procreation. So I would not be shocked, particularly after watching how the NHK had its grubby mitts in Miyazaki doing The Wind Rises. I 100% would not be surprised if the NHK was like laying down the law a little bit to try to like give them money or some sort of essentially just to try to curate the story about like, hey, like I bet that's cool. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. That's a tirade. I've got a lot to say about that show because I feel like I wasted way too much of my life with that show and it really infuriated me. Um, you just finished reading this book, so sadly I must go. Oh no, Moon Runes. Well, go get some melatonin-induced sleep. Have a great night, and I hope you get some sleep. Hold on, I gotta catch up. People are talking. Oh, Aki Witch. Oh, we got a raid. Oh my God. Hello, welcome in everybody. I was literally on a rant. Right before we start our second sprint. Welcome. How are you? How was your stream? I hope everything went well. Hopefully, if you are writing, the words treated you well. Let's see. Let me catch up. Same. I prefer to form my own opinion. Yeah, for sure. Do. How much does IMDb rating influence whether you watch it? Not. Yeah, Patty's got nothing at all really. I did make a ton of burritos. That sounds. Everyone is making burritos. I need. You got about 3K written. That's impressive, Aki Witch. Good. Congrats. Let me shout you out. That's huge. 3K words. That is impressive. I highly doubt I'm gonna reach anything near that today, but there's a lot of burritos happening. Clearly, which I am definitely making a burrito after stream. Everybody is making me very hungry for burritos. But congrats, well done, good job, hell yeah. I do live with crypto. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. This all makes sense. Okay. But yeah, 3K written, hell yes. That is fantastic. I am, for everyone who rated, good lord. Let me get my brain reset. There was a lot happening. Um, I'm a screenwriter, if you don't know, and generally I write horror. So I'm currently writing a sort of cosmic horror slasher in the vein of Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer. So that is what I am working on. But for everybody who just rolled in, welcome in, welcome in. And we're just about to start a sprint. You made it to, yeah, made it to 60K. Uh, about 50K to go. Wow, you are on fire. That is impressive. So you're more than halfway done, or yeah, you're more than halfway done with your novel. What kind of novel is it, Aki Witch? Is it Are you doing fantasy, romance, paranormal, thriller, horror? What is the what's the vibe? High fantasy with romance. That sounds high. This is Princess, everybody. Sometimes she comes in and starts screaming into the microphone. So, Princess wanted to say hi to all the raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I love that. And heist, high fantasy with romance and heist. That is, well, that sounds like an absolute blast of a time, Aoki Witch. Hell yes. Good heist story. Heist and romance rule. Yeah, I feel like heist is always a great way to have like a really like tight, well written, and like narratively is just always gonna be fun to read. So, whoa, emotes. Whoa, cool cat. Thank you so much, Patio Skunk. That is, you got cool cat. Hell yeah. I love that. That almost looks like Aang. Where's Aang? Oh, he's not here. Aang might be in the living room, but my cat Aang looks like that, but he won't wear shades. So maybe he's not quite as cool. Yue yells at you to take better care of yourself and preach. Yep, she's preaching the word, and she's definitely she's definitely wants attention. Hello, princess. But mostly snitch on me. Yeah, she does. She does. She likes to lie. I hope so. Thanks. Yes, go make dinner. Go rest up. Of course, obviously. Streaming is hard work, and writing is even harder work. So, go take a break. Lurk away, Trash Queen. I hope you, the Trash Queen. That's a great name too. But I hope you enjoy your burritos. I need to eat some burritos. So, the cats are particular about their eyewear. Exactly. Enjoy your supper. Exactly. All right, we're gonna run ads and then we're gonna dive into our next sprint. So, for everybody who just rated in, we're gonna run ads. So get some tea, coffee, tea, food, whatever you need, and we'll be back in 3 minutes to start our sprint. And away we go. That's she embellishes you off. Yeah, that tracks. Yep. UA never lies. They all lie. They all lie. As much as we love them. That's the kitty way. Hi, princess. I know. Okay. I am gonna go stock my tea, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. So I'll be right back. Ugh. I know. Boo, 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 hydrate. Thank you so much, Cryptid. We got water, we got tea, we're all good. I was tempted to mix up more kava, but I best stick with water tonight. Ah, yes, yeah. If you're worried about sleeping, that might be better for sure. All right, because I got teas, got all this, yeah. And I did go get some goldfish, because I did munch on some goldfish. Munching on goldfish, very important, very, very, very important. All right. Or they're like the Annie's thing. They're like little rabbits, but they're goldfish. They're like, they're, what do you call those? Annie. I got water. I just restocked the water. Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you, Pat. Yeah, Annie's cheddar bunnies too. Yeah, I got them. They were on discount at Costco, so I got a whole crate of them. So that's the usual go-to snack these days. All right, are we back? We're back, everybody. Welcome back. Let us dive into our next sprint. Let's see if we can get some words done. Happy writing, everybody. And we will catch you on the other side. And away we go. Wait, there we go. Okay, all right. Happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. Oh. Oh, that snuck up on me. Alrighty, everybody, that's the end of our second sprint. Alright, set the break timer. Bam. Hopefully the words treated you all relatively well. Hopefully the Patio Skunk, thank you so much. You are the best. Hopefully the words were treating you well on that sprint. Hopefully the thesaurus. Hopefully there were no word hangups. Hopefully. But I know that life. Same. I was in the middle of a rare big brain thought. Yeah. I think I had just finished like a little bit of the big brain hump. Like I crossed a problem, but it led me right into the next problem. So we'll see how the final sprint. We're only gonna do one more tonight. One more sprint. I have babbled too much, so we're not gonna be able to do a full 4 sprints. I'm sorry about that. Someday we will get back to 4 sprints at some point, but it is already 6 p.m. here, and I have loads I gotta do after stream, including make dinner. So we'll have to try to see if we can maybe get 4 in. I'm wondering if I keep starting early, 4 might become like a Saturday thing. We'll see how that goes. I gave up on the thesaurus this past weekend. Oh, gotcha, Patty. I gotcha. You're like, I'm done with it. I'm done. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Put it in timeout. You just have in the corner the thesaurus somewhere. That's okay. It's a good babble, especially make dinner. Yeah, I definitely gotta make sure I make dinner. Which is definitely gonna be burritos now because there's been so much burrito talk. And burritos, it's good comfort food. I'm a big fan of the burrito life. But yeah, so we're getting there. My big goal, it's too bad like because I'm so slammed with just a bunch of crap next week that I got to deal with. Or is next week my week off? Actually, no. I think next week's actually better. Okay, good. So yeah, getting everything plotted this week is going to be good because then I should have most of next week unharassed to be able to try to like get the like pages done and at least get a really good like week-long start on the script. It's the week after that I have like a million appointments I have to deal with. At least burritos are quick. They are. Well, they're quick, and they're just. It's like a really good comfort food. Maybe that's just me. I grew up. It might be that I just grew up in the Southwest, but it's like, it's a comfort food. Burritos have always been a comfort food for me, and it's also an excuse. I really love the salsa that I have in my fridge, and it's always an excuse to whip out the salsa when I make burritos. Sorry, I can't push burritos through the screen. I know, Cryptid, we're all just begging Cryptid to send burritos somehow, telepathically. While I don't speak on that, you know better than this. Yeah, that's true, right? Somehow next week I'll become waylaid once more. Don't speak it into existence. That's definitely because don't speak into existence. And that's definitely because I'm from the Southwest, yeah, probably. After I got a nice rice cooker, I started making a lot of burritos. Yeah, rice cookers are where it's at. Yeah, yeah. Mine broke actually. I need to get a new one. Someday I'll go back down to because they're pretty cheap down at the Japanese market in downtown. But the rice cookers, they just make they make making burritos. If you want to do like rice, any sort of rice dish, if you're doing like any kind of Asian dishes. It's definitely rice cookers are big boon for that. So I know that life. My comfort food is the humble potato. Yeah, Carmilla kicks my butt at potatoes. Yeah, that's that I get that. I mean, I have purple sweet potatoes that I steam usually once a week. I make a big batch and steam them. And then I eat those throughout the week, but I am a sucker for the purple sweet potato. Big fan of that. Yeah, and those live. I usually accent things with the purple sweet potato. Sometimes I'll use that as like my main carb, but Usually I accent it with like soba noodles um, or sometimes I'll do it with rice. Get like a do like an onsen style egg, so it's a little runny. Get that over the potato and the rice. That's a big fan of that. She's not in chat, so she can't roast me when I say that I don't usually swear my burritos off. This is a sacrilege, I know. Oh, I don't usually sear my burrito. Oh, I got it. Oh, you don't sear them? Yeah, I mean, you can do it both ways. I don't think like I mean I understand why. I definitely think they're better that way, but I don't think you have to. There are ways to do it without serum that are still good. So, it's there are many a way to make a burrito. There's no one way, and it's going to be delicious no matter what. I like breakfast for dinner. Yeah, veggie hash. Yeah, that's a hash is definitely that's a very East Coast thing for sure. Midwestern thing too. Um, I guess probably Southern. I don't know. It's very like yeah. That's like I get it. Yeah, that's potatoes. It's like that's the kind of stuff I have when I go back home. Veggie hash with eggs on the side. Black bean burgers, nice. And oven fries from scratch. That sounds really good. That's good. I'm not much of a foodie. I just go with the laziest method usually. Yeah. You know, I was pretty utilitarian about my cooking for a long time. Um, I just kind of, I guess I've kind of always been that way. But you definitely, I definitely kind of nerd out about the alchemy of it. And it is nice to have like delicious tasting food. I'm not like a foodie. I don't go out of my way to like make the best thing ever, but I've definitely done it long enough I've definitely done it long enough now that I do appreciate making it taste relatively good when I'm eating it, and like try to make it as healthy as possible and all that. But but you're always running up against time. It's not, and I did have to fight that for a long, like not just fight it, but contend with it not being a top priority. Like usually I just want to get the food made so I can eat and move on with everything else I'm doing in the day. It's, I forget to eat. So clearly I sometimes like contrary to what it should be, food sometimes does not register high on my priorities in the day to day, but um I've kind of like cultivated taking a lot of pleasure in cooking and trying to find kind of fast but like clever ways to like cook something that's really good and but fast. I try not to spend too much time. If I'm like really free that day, I'll try to like spend time like cooking, but I do get grumpy when it takes me over an hour to cook something, which a lot of, if you really want to make something really well and good, it can oftentimes take more than an hour, unless you're batch cooking, which I also do. Um, I like to cook. It centers me. Yeah, exactly. Let's slow down and do one thing. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I've started to like about it. It kind of does become a weird Zen thing where I can just push the rest of the pressure of the day and life and work and all that out because it's like, damn it, I got to be able to feed myself. You can't take that away from me. But I do understand particularly those things go out the window really quick when I'm really busy. Like I will just start having like frozen food and just garbage if I'm really busy, and even if I remember to eat. Um, but it's a thing. It's a constant struggle to try to get better, and I do thoroughly enjoy it when I make something really good. Like if I'm smoking a bunch of salmon, that takes all day. It takes all day to smoke salmon, but I can tell you it's absolutely delightful being able to just, it's like finger food. Just have smoked salmon on your counter all day and then you just eat it like all day, every day. It's just, you could just have a giant salmon fillet that's smoked. It's so good. It's really nice. And, in theory it'll last you all week, but it doesn't last me all week. I eat it too quick. Um, Good food is how I cope for sure. It gives the serotonin and the actual calories you need to function. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to offend anyone here, but sometimes I eat gas station pizza. You're not offending anyone, the patio skunk. I have done that. I have done that many a time. When I was doing ponds and fish tanks, I mean, most of my diet came from gas station food. That's where we almost always got lunch at a gas station, and usually I would pick something up really quick to throw in the microwave for dinner because I either didn't have food at home or I just didn't have time to cook because I need to shower and I was also trying to write and I was working on a bunch of scripts at the time, trying to like work on film stuff. But you are not offending anyone. And also, sometimes a frozen pizza, like a trash frozen pizza from like a gas station or a convenience store, is really good. It definitely hits it hits, it does hit. There's a reason why it exists. Um, same. Most of my meals are under an hour unless it's long over roast. Yeah, exactly. That's not offensive as long as you eat. That's what matters. Exactly. Frozen pedigrees and stir fried veggies is my migraine meal of choice. Yeah, that's good. I do have a lot of stir fried veggies. I'm a big fan of those. Nothing wrong with frozen food when you eat. Yep. The gas station is way too convenient when you're in a rush. Yep. Patty skunk. Yeah. No. That's particularly when I was primarily working, like, you're working blue collar, like you're working long hours, long days, you're tired, you're beat, your body hurts. um it's this reason why every time I've worked in that world, I've almost exclusively eaten from convenience stores or the frozen section of a grocery store. Almost, yeah. There's a reason. There's Yeah. If you're cooking for yourself, yeah, you're definitely how you get TV dinner life for sure. Um, it's very convenient, saves on time. Yeah, it's not no shame in it. Just do what you can to be healthy, but that is the reality of it. And if you lived in Japan, convenience store food is genuinely delicious. Like, it's 7-Eleven food in Japan is good. Like, you go there unless you're like having a home cooked meal, you would go or out to like a fancy restaurant. Like, 7-Eleven food is delicious and like really good. Like, extremely good. So, you know, in some places the convenience is actually gourmet. All right, we should probably dive in. Final sprint. Oh wait, we gotta run ads. So we're gonna run our ads, then we are gonna dive in. Last sprint of the evening. All right, ads away. Frozen veggies are really good when you sneak something healthy in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And frozen veggies are good. I don't think they're bad for you unless they're like overly salted. Um, all right, all right. Ads are away, and then we will start our sprint. Do I need anything? Where am I at? I think. Run ads, get water, do the things. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, all right. Almost done with ads. I've never been to Japan, but online I've seen online they have some wild and fancy vending machine. That's true. They I'm sure coffee aficionados wouldn't like it, but when I was there, there was, I think it was Boss. I'm trying to remember the brand. It might have been Boss, but there was a latte, a canned latte that you could get from like the canned coffee from those vending machines, and it was like legitimately really good. Like it was better than some like lattes I get at coffee shops here in LA. Like I'm sure coffee aficionados would be like, my God, it's terrible. Canned coffee, even Japanese canned coffee is bad, but like it was pretty good. Like it legit was pretty solid. Um, so yeah, and they do have. I'm trying to remember if I had any vending machine food, because I do know they have vending machine snacks. You know where I did have? I did have vending machine sandwiches in Madrid, and those. I mean, I was, full disclosure, very drunk, but the sandwich was good. That may throw my opinion. That may definitely throw my perception of that sandwich, but I did have vending machine sandwiches when I was in Madrid, and they were very good. They were very good sandwiches. No matter how much I had to drink that night. We are through ads. Ah, yes, perfect. Okay, let us dive into the last sprint of the night. Come back to, but I was very drunk. Ah, the Madrid story was a time. Yes, yeah, yeah. But I had a vending machine sandwich. That was the purpose of that story. Because I don't think I had any vending machine food in Japan. I think all the food, I definitely got a lot of convenience store food. But not. I think I only got vending machine coffee. But anyway. And you found it. Yeah, that theater was rad. That was the original. It was the oldest movie theater in Madrid, in Spain. It was a theater for like play and vaudeville, and then became a silent house movie theater that now was a bar that played silent movies. But it was definitely one of the coolest buildings I've ever been in. Very rad. Loved it. All right, let us dive into our sprints. Happy writing, everybody. I hope the words treat you well. And away we go. Oh, alrighty, everybody. That is the end of our third sprint. So that is it. And Nell, thank you so much. Thank you so much for trying to extend the break so I could actually eat. That was very kind of you. But that is the end of stream, so I am going to go eat. So I promise, everybody, I'm going to go eat. But hopefully the words treated you well. Hopefully you got some good work done, or at least a little bit. The food, I just saw the stuff you posted in the Discord, Nell. I'm going to be eating well this next month. I can tell you that. I can promise you that, because these look absolutely delicious. They look so goddamn good. Oh my god, it looks so good. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. I would also like to recommend a specific chocolate spread that I think you'd like. Hell yes, please do. Absolutely do it. Definitely recommend the chocolate spread. I will take it. Absolutely. Of course, snuck up as I finally got into the groove. That's how it always goes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Feel free to send it, Nell. I will absolutely take any food recs. Sharing food recipes. These are good things. This is how we win. This is how we destroy despair. With words and with delicious meals. Yue will tell me if you don't. Yeah, she will. She outs me all the time. It even has chocolate crumb in it. Hell yes. Hell yes. That sounds divine. All right, everybody. That is going to be the end of our sprints. It has been great hanging out with you. I'm glad to finally... It's been absolutely just wonderful finally getting back into the flow and getting to work and write with you all again. I know it was a long break, and I appreciate a lot of you hanging out and just kind of bearing with me while we slowly get back into the groove, but I have missed it. It's been very nice to be doing this consistently again. So thank you so much for everybody who comes in, hangs out, and works. I appreciate and love you all. It was really nice to be back. Yes, you too. Yeah, it was absolutely... It's like having the old crew back together, having Opera Soria here. It's been so long, so it's been nice. It's been absolutely lovely. Yeah, hopefully the world isn't quite... Like, well, the world's going to be on fire, but hopefully we can all hang out and get words done while while it's on fire. Take care, D. Well, thank you so much, Nell. We are going to... we're going to go raid in for Tukigan. So I'm pretty sure most folks we've raided in before. So all right, everybody. We're going to go... Wait, how do I do this? Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, love you all. Take care of yourselves. There won't be a stream Thursday. I have to go do a bunch of stuff on Thursday, so we're going to try for a Friday stream. As long as work allows. If not, it'll be a Saturday stream for sure. So Saturday stream for sure, tentative Friday stream, and that'll be the plan. All right. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. And we'll see you next time. All right, everybody. Let us rock. Hey, Patio Skunk, thank you so much. Big thumbs up. Love y'all. Take care, everybody.